Hi, my name is Daniel Inking, and I'm founder and CEO of Everflux Technologies. Modern agriculture is broken. Ever since the discovery that nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium were the key macronutrients needed for plant growth, agriculture has been dominated by chemicals. But this is a 150-year-old science. Farmers across the world are starting to realize that chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and herbicides are destroying their soil fertility and leaving them vulnerable to things like droughts and other natural disasters, while also causing a whole slew of other environmental problems, from fertilizer runoff to climate change. New research is showing us that biology, not chemistry, is the key to sustainable, high-yield agriculture. And regenerating the soil, which promotes beneficial fungi and bacteria, is really the key to sustaining agriculture in the long term. Furthermore, the Drawdown Project highlighted the fact that the slow death of our soils and land use changes over the past century have really been one of the biggest contributors to climate change. And we can reverse this problem by adding organic matter back to the soil. This is really the key for making our food security and making agriculture sustainable. And this is exactly what Everflux does, but with a bit of a twist. We take unwanted organic matter, mostly food waste from urban sources, and we transform it using a proprietary formulation of beneficial microbes that we add to this, and we put it through a fermentation process to produce a probiotic fertilizer. Think of it a bit like kombucha for plants. But most importantly, this product was not developed in a laboratory. It was developed by a farmer over 15 years of trial and error to use on his own crops. And we call this product Bioflux. And the results have been amazing. Because Bioflux is both a provider of fertility as well as a pest control, we can offer it at a price that is not only competitive, but actually cheaper than the cost of those two inputs combined. So for an example here, we have strawberries. The cost of using Bioflux to control pests and provide fertility for strawberries is actually cheaper than the cost per tray of strawberries produced for both conventional and organic agriculture. And the conventional and organic numbers are based on studies by UC Davis of standard strawberry crop production costs on the central coast of California. So this strawberry over on the left here was also produced using Bioflux on Michael's farm. So since we started production of our product in December, we have acquired over a dozen customers and got $20K in revenue in the first quarter of 2019. We also managed to get two very big names in organic agriculture, Driscoll's and Lumberg, to do trials with our product. And we got one farm, Olive Leaf Hills, to use our product across their whole operation. We're also currently in talks with Fraser Valley Biogas, which produces millions of gallons every year of a liquid organic byproduct that they don't have a use for. And they're interested in licensing our technology to turn that byproduct into Bioflux. And this would be worth millions of dollars a year for us. Furthermore, when Michael was farming, he trialed Bioflux on over 215 different crops. And so this is important because it essentially means our total market potential is all of agriculture, really across the world. The market's so big, you can see we had trouble fitting it on the slide. This really could be a cost-effective replacement for any farm growing any crop. This is not just for organic agriculture. Conventional farmers have shown that they'd be willing to switch to more sustainable methods if they work and especially if they can save them money. So we're not going to try and tackle the whole world all at once, though. We've identified three initial target markets, mostly in California. Wine grapes and cannabis are two groups of farmers that are usually pretty forward-thinking. These are high-value crops, and they really pay attention to what consumers are demanding. And consumers are demanding more chemical-free, pest-free, pesticide-free products. So they are more likely to use these. Hemp is in a similar situation, but it also is a very small market which is growing extremely rapidly ever since it was federally legalized just 3 months ago. So there's an amazing opportunity here for us to get in at the beginning of this rapidly growing market. Now, Bioflux has two characteristics that farmers value most. It's fast and effective, and it's very easy to apply using their existing irrigation equipment. So microbial fertilizers, which Bioflux kind of fits into that category, perform well above the rest because they can just help plants uptake nutrients more efficiently. So these, up in the top left corner, we have whole organics, concentric, and these other microbial fertilizers that are fast and effective, but they have one major problem. They have organic material in them that can clog irrigation systems. And this is a nightmare situation for farmers if it happens. Even the products in the bottom right there, Wiserg and Convert Organics, they have similar problems. Bioflux is the only product on the market that not only will not clog, but actually cleans the irrigation systems as it's used. So how are we going to get this amazing product to market? We are initially selling in bulk directly to farmers through some of our existing connections. Bioflux at $8 a gallon, and then we have another product, Everflux, which is a granular product. It's a biochar that's been inoculated with Bioflux, and we sell that at $400 a tote. Next year, going into 2020, we'll be looking to partner with major agricultural distributors to sell our product much more widely. And we'll be looking to move into some more licensing agreements, especially if the pilot with Fraser Valley works out. And then in 2020, we'll look at expanding into retail, garden supply, hydroponic stores, and introducing some new products that Michael has developed that he has IP for. Now, our team is amazingly positioned to take this company to market. I have personally been a climate change solutions entrepreneur for over a decade. It's what I'm really passionate about. My first venture was the Tufts Energy Conference. I started it in college and grew it over 4 years into a major international event with sponsorship from some of the largest companies in the world, including Dow Chemical and the utility NL. Then I moved to China. And within a few years, I was leading 2 young organizations, the Beijing Energy Network and an education company called DK Education. And then the last 5 years, I've been a top salesperson for Solar City and for Ecology Action. Michael, our CTO, is a pioneer in organic agriculture. He was one of the first commercial organic farmers in California back in 1990. He started his farm, Bloomfield Organics, and they became the first supplier for now a very large food manufacturer, Amy's Kitchen. And they also were a longtime supplier of vegetables to world-famous chef Alice Waters of Chez Panisse. And then Riley is actually like a brother to me. We've known each other since we were babies, and throughout my life, he's been one of the most reliable people. So much so that when I asked him to join this company, he moved across the country from Maine, where we both grew up, to California, where he had lived in Maine his entire life. And he took a risk to contribute his logistics and warehousing background to a cause that he believed in. We also have some great advisors, people with experience in agricultural marketing, as well as growing young startup companies and developing large-scale organics recycling plants. And then this is typically where we ask venture capital for funding, but here I want to talk a little bit about what we would use the prize for if we were to win it. 25 to 75K would actually be a great amount for us to conduct some quantitative scientific trials on our product. We know that it works from the experience on Michael's farm and from other farmers using it, but we don't have a lot of data to quantify the results. We want to be able to quantify how much carbon can be sequestered in the soil per acre. We want to give more quantity to the yield increases and the reduction in pest incidents that farmers can see. These are studies that require many different trials, sometimes even over many years, and they require money, researchers, universities to partner with to conduct these trials. But this prize would actually be a good amount of money for this. And the more money we have, the more different crop varieties we can try this on. So thank you very much. Let me leave you with this last thought. Let's work together to sustain farming for the next 40 centuries. Thank you.